Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every world that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covered in all the golden lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. It's the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Washington, D.C. It's the MedStar Capitals Iceplex here in the nation's capital, and it's your Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 19U squad taking on College Bourget Voltigeur from Quebec, Canada. Your starting lineup for the Sabres: Claire Clifford, Rika Hitzel, Julie Jaboskova on the left wing, Karame and Nemke on D, and in between the pipes, number 35, Aaron Monk. You're starting the lineup brought to you by me. Faceoff goes down in the right wing circle, by the net to Voltigeur, picked up here by Hitzel, along with Clifford on the forecheck. Breaking it out to the far side is going to be Beaumont. Beaumont over to the far side, hitting Vachon. Vachon going to carry one into the middle. Knocked down off the skates of Nemke. Going to fire a shot, saved by Monk. No rebound given. We'll get a whistle here at 16:37. 17 minutes we're on the clock to get this period underway, and the Sabres are working from left to right if you're listening on the radio. Benches are on the far side. Penalty box is right in front of us. The Sabres are wearing their home whites with maroon around the shoulder pads, along with a little piece of black trim at the bottom of that maroon. They're going to have black and maroon around the armbands, waist, and socks. And you're going to have the classic black shells, black gloves, and black helmets. The gloves have maroon and white trim on them. For the Voltigeur, going to have a navy blue jersey, shells, and socks with a forest green big band around the armband and waist. The socks are going to have a double white wrapping around the top and bottom of that forest green. Helmets are going to be black. Gloves are going to be green. All green. Doesn't look like there's much trim on them. Monaco drops it off for Stamp. Poke check loose by the Voltigeur. Firing a shot is going to be Schultz. Tipped by Monaco. Redirected here to the near side. Wallander on the board. Back check now. Out of the zone it goes. Off the stick of Turcotte. All the way to the left wing corner. Spinning dime. Puck collected by McIntosh. McIntosh going to stretch it out fast. Good for Wallander. Intercepted by Rado. Rado sends it back in the left wing corner. Wrapping around here to the far side for Sergeant Schultz. Schultz out the Stamp. Out of the zone it goes. Collected by Tannehill at center ice. Met by Stamp. Picked up here by Stamp. Sends it towards Wallander. Intercepted by Rado inside her own zone. Off the skates of Watson. And Rado picks it back up. Here comes the Voltigeur. Poke check loose by Weaver. Back in the hands of the Voltigeur. Dropping it off here to the near side for Dalterio. And back loose to the far side for Gravy. Mackenzie Gravy across the Sabre line. Now heads in neutral territory. And into the Voltigeur line. Inside the left wing circle. Gravy blows the tire. Puck's going to slide out past Vasily. She's in a foot race. She's going to backhand DDD pass over here to the bus. And the bus here to the near side. Stretch pass up the ice into the hands of Weaver. Cut off by the Voltigeur. Thrown right back at center. Battle ensues right in front of the penalty boxes. Collected by number 4, DeBlois. DeBlois behind the net of Monk. Left to right on the far side she goes. Intercepted by Weaver. And that puck's going to slide all the way down. It'll be an icing if it gets there. That puck is on edge with Weaver on the forecheck. And along with number 20. We don't have a number 20 on my roster here for the Voltigeur. Have to get that lady's name. Face-off going to go into the right wing circle to the left of Monk. Out there now will be Hitzel, Jaboskova, Nemke, and Clifford in the slot. Karame on the left wing, right wing half wall. Face-off, Karame kicks it out to Jaboskova. Jaboskova going to push it up in front of the Sabre benches there. Cut off by number 4, DeBlois. Inside the benches it goes and out of play at 14:38. And a face-off going to go just outside the zone, right in front of the Sabre benches. It'll be Hitzel on your draw versus number 16, Levesque. Hitzel on the draw, one back into the hands of the Voltigeur here to the near side. Bouncing it up into the zone is DeBlois. DeBlois goes cross ice for Beaumont. Beaumont right to go, fires a shot wide left of the blue paint, looking for the tap in towards Beaumont. Kicked up with Clifford, back in the left wing corner for Nemke. Nemke goes D to Karame. Karame in right wing corner, far side. Right hash marks, bounces it up towards Jaboskova. Kept in by the Voltigeur. Picked back up by Nemke as the centering pass was intercepted. Thrown past Cece all the way down for an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 14:11 to go here in the period. Not much is known about the Voltigeur in my part of the world. I do know, looking at their record, it is not a good indication of how good of a team they are, considering they've lost to some high-powered teams up north of the border. Your lineup out there now is going to be Monaco on your draw. Wallander and Stamp are winging it. It'll be McIntosh and Sergeant Schultz are your defenders. Monaco on the draw against Giguère. Face-off won by Monaco. Monaco over to Schultz. Schultz, the Stamp tips one out, looking for Sophia. And it'll be Giguère picking it back up here to the near side. Giguère against McIntosh. Into the left wing corner it goes. McIntosh going to put Giguère into the left wing corner half wall. The left wing corner out to the Zamdors. Cut back down low is going to be McDougall. Or McDowell. We had a lot of those yesterday. A lot of McDowells, McNeils, McNittons, all kinds of things out there. Wallander here to the near side, trying to push one out towards the blue line. Cut off by the Voltigeur. Back to McIntosh. McIntosh going to send one off the inboards into the right wing corner for Sergeant Schultz. Up off the glass towards Stamp. Kept in. Monaco going to cheer. McIntosh going to slam one out. And it'll be Johnson of the Voltigeur. Throws past Monaco. Intercepted by Kaya Hale just inside the blue line. Chip past Silliman. Into the right wing half wall for right wing corner for Vasily, who's going to curl back around. Right face off dot. Hits Silliman here to the near side in front of the Sabre line. Trying to headman it over to Sanderstrom off the back of Madrid. That's going to be offsides as soon as she touches it. And we'll get a whistle at 13:07 to go here in the period. Your lineup as the Sabres complete the line change will be Hale and Sanderstrom, or Hale and Silliman flanking Sanderstrom. It'll be Vasily and DeBus on D. It was 0840 when this contest started. Do you know what the O stands for? Oh my God, it's early for hockey. The Voltigeur on the far side. Coming in is Sanderstrom on the back check now. Hale on the offensive side. Picked up by the Voltigeur. Coming into the high slot, number 23, Couch. And it's intercepted by DeBus, who sends one out of the zone. Rado collects the loose change in the neutral zone, pulling it back inside the Voltigeur territory, and then sends one all the way towards Monk. Monk going to smother it, and we'll get a whistle as Leger Davis comes in for the pressure and forcing the whistle at 12:41. Face-off going to go here to the near side. Left wing circle draw. Face-off to the right of Monk. Watson on your draw. Karame heads to the half wall. Weaver along with Graby and Nemke in the slot. Watson on your draw against Levesque. Firing Beaumont over to the far side for Vachon. Vachon walking in, looking for the middle play against for Levesque. Tied up by the Sabres to the right of Monk. Puck goes behind the net for Levesque. Levesque here to the near side, punching it out here to, it's going to be Luptanova. Oh, Luptakova. Luptakova, that's her name. Number 20, folks. Got to write that one down. Luptakova is number 20. Did not have her on my scorecard. And we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Voltigeur once again. Levesque against Watson. Karame on the half wall. Weaver in the slot. Faceoff 1 to Beaumont. Right point for Vachon. Fires it wide left of Monk. Rebound here to the near side. Levesque back out to the point for Luptakova. Out of the zone it goes and be picked up by Vachon. Vachon on the far side sends one into Karame. Karame top of the right circle, curls around to her forehand. Far side half wall, chips it out to Graby. Graby trying to send one to Weaver. She does. Pushing it forward. No icing. Waved off. Weaver on the forecheck now. Coming over here, Luptakova right, left to right. Harassed by Weaver. Picked up here by Watson. Puck slides in the right wing corner. Going to be collected by Graby. Graby trying to drag it in the left wing corner. She does. Cut off by Beaumont. Sent out to the point for Sergeant Schultz. Schultz fires a shot off the shin guards of Luptakova. Back in the right wing corner. And out to the point for McIntosh. Out of the zone it goes. Sliding all the way behind the net of Monk. It'll be Sergeant Schultz going left to right. Met by DeBlois. D-to-D pass to McIntosh. McIntosh off the sideboards to Watson. Watson unable to get it out of zone. Does trickle past Johnson. Clifford missing on the swing and a miss. Here to the near side for Watson. Poke check off of Giguère. Pay to Watson. Watson to Cece. Cece chip 1-4 past Johnson. Going to be picked up by number 18, Dalterio. Dalterio behind the net of Sumagova, I believe, is the goaltender for the Voltigeur. If it's number 30. If it's not, no, it might be 40. Can't see the jersey numbers there. Heads one forward. It is number 40. Puck is loose behind the net for Clifford. That's going to be McDonough. A little bit easier name to say. Left wing circle. Out to Heitzel. Heitzel fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. No rebound given at 11:05 to go here in period number 1. Face-off goes to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Sabres. It'll be Jaboskova and Clifford in the slot. Heitzel on your draw. Vasily and DeBus on D. Vasily left point. Sends it over to Clifford. Clifford to Heitzel. Heitzel trying to get it to JB. JJ swinging a miss there by number 24 of the Voltigeur coming in here to the near side. Giguère tries to get it out past Heitzel. Heitzel picks it off right hash marks. Fires a shot from the slot. Tipped in by Cece on the back door. And that's going to be a Sabres goal at 10:48. Let's check the replay. That's going to be a good forecheck there by Heitzel, who picks the pocket of the Voltigeur and then goes back door for Cece. At 10:48, Claire Clifford gets the Sabres on the board here in period number 1. As we make our way back out to center ice, it'll be Wallander and Stamp flanking Monaco. Karame and Nemke on D. Levesque against Monaco. Face-off 1 towards DeBlois. DeBlois here to the near side, firing a shot. Saved by Monk. No rebound given. As Giguère came in, or Levesque came in on the forecheck there to force the whistle. Monaco versus Levesque in the face-off here to the left wing circle to the right of Monk. Nemke on a half wall. Wallner, Stamp, and Karame to slot. Face-off won by Monaco, picked up here by Giguère, or DeBlois. Gotta get that names right, folks. On the far side to be Karame in a foot race. Pushed out towards Stamp. Kept in by the Voltigeur. Right wing half wall heads to the slot towards Nemke. Back door for DeBlois. Firing a shot. Blocked by Monk. Coming in is Monaco. Picked loose by Levesque. Off the skates of Karame. Back cross. Saved by Monk. Rebound out front. We're going to get a whistle as Monaco dumps over Levesque. In front of the net. Levesque didn't like, gave Monaco a little cross checking it back as Levesque went down in front of the net. Sabres complete the line change up front. It'll be Watson, Graby, and Weaver coming in here to the left wing circle to the right of Monk. Face-off won by the Voltigeurs. Firing a shot was going to be Couch, saved by Karame there, or blocked by Karame. Comes here to the near side, pushing it out to Weaver. Out to the blue line, coming in is going to be the Voltigeur Tannehill, throwing it behind the net of Monk in the right wing corner. Left to right, Karame going to chip one back over here, reversing the ice to Weaver on the left wing half wall. Cut off by Couch of the Voltigeur, trying to fire a shot. Shot blocked by Watson. Watson in a foot race against Rado. Stick check by Watson. She's going to drag it forward. 2-on-1. Watson trying to get it over to Graby. Play broken up by Tannehill. Back to Watson. Looking for Weaver in the slot. Intercepted by number 20, Luptakova, who comes around here to the near side. Broken up there by Watson. Out to the right point. Kept in by Weaver. Finally sliding out of the zone, here comes Leger Davis into the left wing corner, chipped it down for Monk to slow it up, and collected by Allie McIntosh. McIntosh to the Sabres, right wing side, push one out to Watson, intercepted at point, nice back check there and stick by Watson, as it was going to be Turcotte who was going to have an unabated look at Monk. Great stick there by Watson. Gravy fires one into the right wing corner. Collected here by Johnson. Johnson out of the zone, past McIntosh, picked up here by McDowell, sending the left wing corner for DeBus. DeBus coming in left to right. She's got Turcotte on the back check on her. Kaya Hale at the boards, kept in by the Voltigeur, thrown right back into the right wing corner. And DeBus going to truck down low to get it behind Monk. Right to left. DeBus circles it back, far side reverse, and he has to McIntosh. McIntosh cut off by Turcotte. Try to spin behind the back, pass to Hale. Hale, right hash ball, chips one out of the zone, past Delterio, who drops it back over to the Voltigeur's number 21, Johnson. Delterio back to Johnson here to the near side. Right wing hash marks inside the Voltigeur zone. Down in the right wing corner. Delterio tries to break it out to Turcotte. Cut off by Hale off the skates of the referee. Get out of the way, stripes. Puck slides down in the right wing corner. It's going to be Delterio going to get it. Offsides is going to be the call, and the Sabres got to tag up. Far side pass. Voltigeur breaking out into the skates of McDowell. And headmanning over here to Giguère. Inside the left wing corner for DeBus. DeBus up off the glass, past Clifford. That puck's going to slide all the way down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 8:29 to go here in period number 1. Face off to the right of Monk in the left wing circle. Sabres complete the line change. It's going to be Ceci and Jaboskova up front, flanking Heitzel on your wingers. Your blue liner is going to be Nemke and Karame, with Nemke on the half wall, Karame. Clifford and Jaboskova in the slot. Levesque against Heitzel. Beaumont intercepted by JJ. She's got a breakaway across the Voltigeur line. Left wing hash marks, fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. No rebound given at 8:19. McDonough makes the save. JJ just missing. She was trying to go to the glove side, it looked like. And McDonough makes the nice save. A right wing circle offensive zone draw for Rika. Rika against Levesque in the faceoff. Heitzel on your draw. One in the right wing corner for Luptakova. Luptakova sends over to the far side. Beaumont pinching in is going to be Karame. Collected by JJ, who sends one back into the left wing corner, wrapping around behind the net of McDonough. Collected by number 27, Vachon. Sends it over here to the near side for DeBlois. Picked up in front. McDonough going to smother as that puck slid out towards the blue paint at 8:03 to go here in period number 1. Face-off goes into the right wing circle, and the Sabres complete the line change. It'll be Monaco on your draw. Stamp heads to the slot. Wallander top of the right circle along the half wall. McIntosh and Schultz on D. Monaco on your draw. Face-off one for Rado, who goes D to D behind the net far side for Tannehill. Tannehill against Stamp. Comes up on our far side. Pitched in by Monaco. Monaco to Stamp. Top of the left circle. Miscommunication there. Monaco going to get on the defensive side of it. Hands out to Schultz. Schultz fans on it. Sends it here to left wing corner for Wallander. Wallander goes to opener left wing corner. Curling back around to her backhand. Trying to bounce one out to the point for Schultz. Intercepted by Leger Davis, who's going to chip one past Schultz, but be picked up on a loose change by McIntosh. McIntosh in front of Monk. Going to come around left to right, reversing the ice out to Stamp all along the Sabre benches. Trying to tip one forward. Intercepted by the number 28, Dalterio. There's 2 Dalterios on this team. Shot and a save by Monk. No, number 18 and number 28 are Dalterios. So we'll have to try to remember that one. 7:25 to go here in period number 1, and the Sabres complete the line change. It'll be JJ, DeBus, and Ceci in the slot. Heitzel on your draw. Face-off won by the Voltigeur back behind the net. Going to work is going to be McDowell. Left right wing corner. Chipped out by Heitzel. Heitzel to Jaboskova. Jaboskova, sorry. And then the right wing corner back down low for McDowell. Looking for the play up front. Just missing Giguère. That puck's going to slide all the way down. And it'll be number 21, Johnson, in a foot race with Jaboskova. Puck slides over to the far side. Coming in is Clifford. Kept in by Vasily, left point. Tied up. It's going to be Clifford, picked up by Jaboskova. Trying to hit Heitzel. Back to Ceci in the slot. Ceci fires a shot. And McDowell, no rebound. McDonough, no rebound given. At 6:53 to go here in period number 1. Face-off going to go to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Sabres. It'll be Vasily and DeBus on D. Jaboskova on the half wall. Clifford in the slot. Heitzel on your draw against Levesque. Coming in, face-off Kirk Clifford. Clifford out to the point for Vasily. Vasily fires from left point. Blocked by Beaumont. Rebound into the end board near side. Picked up by JJ over to Heitzel. Heitzel going to trip one down to Jaboskova. Back to Heitzel, broken up there by the Voltigeur. 3 blue jerseys collapsing on that puck. Good poke check by Vasily. Missing on is going to be DeBlois, but back in the hands of Vachon, who fires one down. Slowed up by Monk, sliding over to Vasily, right wing corner. Chips one off the end boards into the far side. Reversing back down low, is miss, swing and a miss, is going to be number 16, Levesque, and it's Heitzel along with Graby and Clifford in a 3-on-2. Clifford to the high slot. Fires the shot. Rebound saved by McDonough. Juicy into the slot. Knocked down by Luke DeCola. Back to Clifford, trying to get Heitzel in the slot, and it's broken up by Levesque. Levesque of the Voltigeur throws one out here to Beaumont. Beaumont at center in front of the Voltigeur benches. Fires one in deep behind Karame. Slowed up by Monk and collected by Nemke. Nemke near side, a little bit of time and space. Looking for Weaver. She hits Weaver on the stretch pass. Puck goes into the corner. Watson heads to the net. Weaver going right to left now. Carries around far side. Looking to drop it off for Karame. She does, trying to get number 11, Leger Davis, to bite, and collapsing on into the half wall is going to be the Voltigeur. Going to knuckle one out in the neutral zone, collected by Mackenzie Graby off her jersey. Pushing forward going to be the Voltigeur. Cut off by Watson off the stick of Graby and heads toward Monk. And Leger Davis going to force the whistle. And I haven't heard anybody blow a whistle, have I? I guess I missed it. I didn't hear it, but the referee does call and collect the puck from Monk. 5:35 to go here in the period. It's Watson on your draw. Karame, Weaver, and Graby in the slot. Couch fires one right off the shot. Rebound out front. Saved by Monk. Puck's in front of the blue plate. Swatted away by Karame. Picked up by Mackenzie Graby. Chips one out of his own. It's going to be Weaver in a foot race against number 21 Johnson, but that's going to slide down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 5:24 to go here in the period. What a save by Aaron Monk to keep this a 1-0 game. Sabres go for the line change. Monaco heads out to take your draw against Giguère. Schultz on the half wall. McIntosh, Stamp, and Wallner in the slot. Monaco face off one by Giguère. Out to the point. Firing a shot as Daltero. Blocker saved by Monk, directed by the Zamdors. McIntosh with position. McIntosh sends it over D-to-D. Schultz going to come trucking on the right wing corner, trying to slam one out to Stamp. Bouncy puck up on the edge, works towards Stamp. Puck's going to get to the blue line, but it's kept in. Poke check by Monaco. Hang on to by Giguère. Puck was in the left wing corner for Schultz. Schultz coming in. Monaco on the defensive side of it, drags one over. Giguère giving chase. Monaco cuts back, tips one over here in the left wing corner for Schultz. Schultz comes down by the Zamdors. Shovel pass out to Wallner. Wallner trying to muscle one to Monaco. Monaco drag one forward. Cut off there by McDowell sent into the corner, into the right wing corner for Dalterio. Coming in is going to be Stamp on a forecheck. Swing off to the far side for Turcotte. Turcotte cross ice for McDowell. In front of the bus, clamped down by Monaco and McIntosh. And the puck slides behind Monk. Picked up by the bus, right to left here to the near side. Breaking out to Cece. Off the stick of Vachon. Back to Clifford at center, who's going to rip one in. It's going to bounce off the inboards and swings into the left wing corner for Heitzel against Luke DeCova on the forecheck. Here comes Jaboskova. Off the shirt, goes to Jaboskova to Heitzel. Heitzel in front of the double door. And she's trying to slid it over to Cece into the hands of the Voltigeurs. DeBlois firing a shot from the point is DeBus. Blocked by the Voltigeur to Jaboskova. Jaboskova to Heitzel. Heitzel to the left face off that. Back to JJ. JJ out to Vasily. Puck's going to go all the way down at 4:11 for Monk, who's going to play it over here to Vasily. On the forecheck is Beaumont from the Voltigeur. Vasily here, left wing corner. Bounces one in. Trucking back is going to be Clifford. Kept in by DeBlois. Back to the bus. Or back to Vasily. DeBlois, left wing face up that. On the Devil's door. Looking for the backdoor play. Swatted away by Jaboskova. Fired a shot. Shot blocked by JJ. Into the hands of Heitzel. Heitzel going to sauce one over to JJ. JJ with a step on Vachon. Left wing side comes in forehand back and fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. Off the pads. Rebound here to the near side. DeBlois tries to clear. Picked back up by Heitzel. Heitzel to Clifford. Clifford to JJ in front of the blue paint. Back rebound off the Voltigeur skates. Thrown out of the zone by Dalterio. Picked up here by Beaumont. Left wing, right wing circle for Karame. Karame knocked up the puck by Beaumont. Scott Navarado coming in, firing a shot. Saved by Monk. No rebound given at 3:27 to go here in the period. That's Jaboskova's second breakaway, folks, and McDonough has had her number 2 times. Out there now is going to be Satterstrom on your draw. Hale along with Silliman in the slot with Nemke. Karame gets the faceoff and sends it over here to Nemke. Nemke, cross-ice pass behind Tannehill. Puck's going to slide all the way down. Hale on the forecheck. Satterstrom sealing up the wall. Left wing corner. Chip past Madrid. Far side collected back by Tannehill. Satterstrom on the back check. Headman it forward towards Dalterio. Number 28, Dalterio. To the high point for Rado. Firing a shot blocked by Silliman. Saved by Monk. No rebound given at 3:02 to go here in the period. Headed out there now for the Sabres will be Watson, Weaver, and Graby. Sargent, Schultz, and McIntosh. Graby going to take your draw against Giguère. Giguère tied up Loose change for Weaver. Poke check forward for the Sabres. Sergeant Schultz. Schultz tried to headman with Watson. Off the stick of Rado. Inside the Voltigeur line. Zone. Rado intercepted by Weaver, trying to break up pass. Weaver comes down, fires a shot. Shot blocked by Rado. Here to the near side for number 24, McDowell. Intercepted by McIntosh, who sends it over to Schultz. Schultz breaks it towards Watson. Watson, top of the left circle, makes a move around. That was going to be number 15, Tannehill. Out of the zone it goes from McIntosh. McIntosh bounces one, glove down by Jaguar. At the blue line, Schultz sends one back. Voltigeur going to have to tag back up and regroup. Rado coming towards the Voltigeur benches. Watson comes streaking in hard. They're trying to force the turnover. She does, and it'll be picked up by Gravy. Gravy's got Weaver here to the near side. Stretch pass to Weaver. Weaver and Watson, 2-on-3. Weaver hangs on to it, cuts back and try to send it in the corner for Watson. Watson to Gravy, down behind the net, broken up there by Vachon. Puck in the left wing corner for Dalterio, number 18. Dalterio, cross-ice pass for DeBlois. DeBlois against the bus. Left wing side comes down to the face-off dot. Levesque for the one-timer. No, blocked by Wallander. Coming in is going to be Watson off the skates of Kate and Dalterio. Push back for Wallander. Wallander over to Gravy. Gravy with their breakaway. Left wing side. Fires one over the crossbar. Nice back check by Vachon, forcing Gravy to fire sooner maybe than she wanted to. Gravy gets pinned in the wall. Slammed down low. No call. Thrown out of the zone by Beaumont. And Monaco cutting off Tannehill, or next going to be Levesque. Headmanning it is going to be DeBus. Into the right wing corner it goes. And it's going to be Wallander on the forecheck now. Tannehill coming in. Wallander back to the middle of that. Monaco fires the backhand shot over the crossbar into the left wing corner. Thrown out of the zone by the Voltigeur for Karame in the neutral zone. Karame going to fire one right back in. Glove down by Dalterio. Picked up by Monaco. Monaco top of the right circle. Got Stamp breaking the net. Monaco cuts back. Throws one to the net for Stamp. Stamp in front. First shot saved by McDonough. We're going to get a penalty on the Voltigeur as Monaco drew it at $1:10 to go. Hooking will be the call, resulting in a Sabres power play. Headed to the sin bin is going to be number 18, Dalterio. And this power play brought to you by Gene and Jude's Hot Dogs in River Road and on River Road in River Grove. Gene and Jude's. No seats, no ketchup, no pretense, no nonsense. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Nemke. Out to the point for Heitzel. JJ left flank. Clifford and Wallner in the slot. JJ left face-off dot. Back over to Heitzel, high point. Heitzel over to Nemke. Met by Couch, goes cross-ice for Jaboskova. Jaboskova walks in and left wing face-off dot. Back to Heitzel, high point. Back to JJ left down. Back to Heitzel. Heitzel walking it in. Cuts back, fires a shot around Dalterio towards the net and cleared out of the zone by the Voltigeur. All the way down towards Monk. The puck's in a slide in front of the left wing corner. Zamdors with 1:26 to go on that Gene and Jude's power play. Heitzel making a move around Turcotte. Pushing it up the ice to Nemke. Nemke going to carry it in. Right wing circle against Rado. Comes down low, right to left behind McDonough. Over to the far side for Jaboskova. 20 seconds to go in the period. Heitzel to Nemke. Nemke, cross ice for JJ. JJ fires a shot. Shot blocked by Vachon. Picked back up by Nemke. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by the Voltigeur. And here they come in the other way. It's going to be McDowell up the ice in front of Heitzel. One-on-one, top left shoulder. Poke check by Rika. 4 seconds to go. Heitzel going to try to drag one out of his own. She muscles it forward. And that sound is the end of the first period. So at the end of one, it's the Sabres 1 and the Voltigeur 0 as we head to the first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Mama Maria's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria in Bensonville, Illinois. Mama Maria's voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Bensonville by me and Rocky. Enjoy the intermission, folks. It is the ice cut. Brew yourself a cup of coffee and come on back in about 10 minutes. And in case you're wondering, all the way back in Faribault, Minnesota, the Shattuck St. Mary's 16U squad has puck dropped just about 8 minutes ago against the Madison Capitals. So check that out on Shattuck St. Mary Hockey TV. And in other news in Monaco hockey world, all the way down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Chicago Phantoms have made the championship game at the Battle of the Beach. Check that game out at 10:20 a.m. I believe that is at Palm Beach Skate Zone down in Florida. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks, to the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your second period starting the lineup is going to be Jaboskova, Wallander and Clifford up front, Heitzel and Nemke on D, and it's a Gene and Jude's power play. Gene and Jude's on River Road and River Grove. Gene and Jude's, no seats, no ketchup, no pretense, no nonsense. Here comes Jaboskova across the blue line. Puck's ice is still a little wet there from the setup and unable to corral it, and then finally thrown into the zone, collected by the Voltigeurs. Vachon, who throws one all the way down past Heitzel and off the end boards towards Aaron Monk. Monk in net. 17 minutes are on the clock to get this second period underway. And finally collected by Heitzel here, and Sabres are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. Tannehill unable to corral the puck as it's still soupy wet out there, unable to clear. 5 seconds to go on that Gene and Juice power play. And quite honestly, folks, this is the second time we've seen this in this tournament. Yesterday I saw it happen a couple of times in the game where I was watching the 19 prep team of the Sabres, where the ice had not set up and they came back on to play it. It's Clifford makes a move around Tannehill. Fired a shot, saved by McDonough. Off the end boards for Stamp. Coming in, picked up back by Tannehill. Out to the top of the right circle, met by Johnson, over to the hands of Giguère, who's gonna send one all the way towards out of the zone. Monk slams it out, picked up by Luptakova. Luptakova goes cross ice, intercepted by Silliman. Silliman across blue line, heads to the right wing, Hesper comes and fires a shot. Blocker saved by McDonough in the left wing corner. Stamp comes in, picked up by Monaco. Monaco tries to push one into the corner, cut off there by Luptakova. Out to the point for Sergeant Schultz, who fires one in the right wing corner for number 21. Johnson sends one out, and it's intercepted at center ice by Sergeant Schultz. Schultz over here to the near side for Stamp. Into the left wing corner goes to Luptakova. Monaco on the forecheck along with Silliman right side. Luptakova goes right side, throws it up off the sideboards for DeBlois. Out to McIntosh. McIntosh sends it over here to the near side. Luptakova going to dig it out of the boards. Backhands it forward towards Beaumont. Beaumont trying to quote Giguère, but it's knocked away by Gravy. Picked up by Weaver, who's going to send one out the penalty boxes here to the near side. Poke check forward by Luptakova, collected by Beaumont. Broken up by Watson. At center, Weaver in a battle there with Luptakova. Puck's going to slide into the left wing side for Johnson. Johnson by the Zandor, sealing up the wall as Watson bounces it out to the bottom left circle. Picked back up by Johnson. Johnson to the Voltigeur, a little saucer pass over the stick of Watson out of the neutral zone, but it's collected by the Sabres. And Karame goes D to Nemke. Nemke forward to Watson. Broken up there by Luptakova, picked up by Mackenzie Gravy, shot blocked by Johnson. Weaver fires one, shot blocked by Johnson once again. Right wing side, Nemke fires one off the back of the net. In here to the near side, actually off the end boards. Crombie coming in, going down and blowing a tire on the toe pick is Gravy there. She gets back up and covers D off the jersey of Watson, and it's going to be DeBlois on the far side, going to chip one past Nemke, right wing corner. Nemke in a foot race against DeBlois, sent behind the net. Nemke run off the puck, coming in is going to be Karame. Karame muscling it around, sends it over here D to Nemke. Nemke tried to shovel it out to Gravy. Gravy's got Weaver breaking. Poke check by Beaumont. Kick forward by Watson. Broken up by Tannehill. Tannehill goes right back the other way inside Sabre territory. Poke check loose by Nemke. Nemke back to Watson. Watson tried to hammer one out of the zone, and it's kept in by the Voltigeur. Down behind the goal line, Karame. Right to left, reversing over to Nemke. Left wing corner. Hits a wet spot once again and hangs up. And then Nemke sends it over here to the near side. Breaking it out of the zone. Into the hands of Rado, and the Voltigeur are going to hit the tag back up. Rado sends it into the corner. Picked up by the right wing half wall by Karame. Karame against Leger Davis here to the near side. Bounces one off of Bob. Going to slide one all the way down into the left wing corner. It's going to go. And we're going to get ourselves an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 13-16 to go here in period number 2. And the Sabres go for the line change. Heitzel on her way out there to take the draw. Jaboskova and Clifford are your wingers. DeBus and Vasily on D. Jaboskova heads over to the half wall. Clifford and DeBus in the slot. And Vasily down in the I formation behind Heitzel. Face off to the right wing circle. We're going to get a face off right there. Punch forward by Heitzel. Picked up by the Voltigeur. Sent towards the net of Monk. Swatted away by Vasily, who sends one out to Jaboskova. And Jaboskova and Heitzel 2-on-2. Jaboskova top of the right circle. Makes a move around Leger Davis. First shot saved by McDonough. And we'll get a whistle as McDonough smothers it. 13 minutes even on the clock here in period number 2. Heitzel and company stay out there to take this left wing circle offensive draw. with Clifford in the slot. Jaboskova on the half wall. Vasily creeping in behind JJ. JJ right out, drops it out to Vasily. Offer, skates, it goes. And it's going to be a 2-on-1 the other way with Turcotte along with Johnson. Turcotte and McDowell, sorry. Nice back check there by Vasily. Going to pick it up and sends it out to the far side for Cece. Cece to Heitzel. It's going to be 3-on-2 the other way. It's going to be Rika, top of the right circle, cuts back to the middle, makes a move around, firing a shot wide right, made a move around Jaguar. Back to behind the net for Jaboskova, who knocks one down out of midair, bounces one off the dashboard. Vachon going to pick up the loose change, and Jaboskova still back checking. Heitzel just out of her reaching hands, into the hands of McDowell, fanning on the passes. McDowell picked up by McIntosh, poke check by Turcotte, into the hands of Monk. Monk over here to Schultz. Schultz out to Heitzel. Out of the zone it goes for Stamp. Stamp coming in. Offsides is going to be the call, and it's going to go all the way down. Let's see if we can check the replay, folks. Monk going to play it over to Schultz. Schultz going to throw one down. Let's see if we can see how it goes. Boy, that was close, folks. I don't know. Unable to see the puck. Based on the reaction of the Sabre, it was awfully close. It's Monaco on your draw. Puck's going to slide to the blue line, kept in by Johnson. It's Monaco, Stamp, and Wallner are your forwards. Sergeant Schultz in the corner with Monaco. Monaco comes away with the battle win here on the right wing half wall. Muscling it out to Stamp, blocked by the Voltigeur. Back to the point, over to Johnson. Johnson in front of the Voltigeur benches. Backhands it in. Monaco knocks Tannehill off the puck. Poke check by Wallner, back towards the left wing side for DeBlois. DeBlois and McIntosh. McIntosh with a good stick check, comes with the loose change. She's got Stamp here to the near side. Off a Stamp stick in the left wing corner it goes. All the way down by the Zamdors. We're going to get a penalty on the Voltigeur, it looks like. High stick will be the call. Must have been the high stick of, let's see who goes. DeBlois, I think it was DeBlois. Maybe? It is DeBlois. High stick will be the call here at 11:45 in the period, resulting in a Sabres power play. This power play brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs. Remember what Big Sammy says, eat more hot dogs. Now serving 2 locations, one in Elk Grove, one in Elgin. Try the mozzarella logs, folks, they're fantastic. Your power play unit out there now will be Heitzel, along with Jaboskova and Nemke up top. Clifford down by the goal line, along with Wallner in front of the net, and the Sabres reset. Jaboskova fires a one-timer, shot blocked by Vachon. Back to Nemke, she took one hard off the shin guards and went down, but Vachon pops back up. And it's going to be Heitzel setting things up from the point. Over to Nemke, right circle, fires a shot, off the post, rebound on the blue paint, swatted away by the Voltigeur, back to Jaboskova. Jaboskova's left side, sends it over to Heitzel, high point. Over to Nemke, top of the right circle, Nemke back to JJ, left wing side, JJ out to Heitzel, Heitzel coming out. Back in the corner for JJ, JJ down low for Clifford. Cece, left wing hash marks, back to Heitzel at the high point. 1:11 to go on that Big Sammy's power play. Toe dragging is Heitzel, pulls it back out, Daltero not biting. Couch comes over to force Nemke to fire. Shot back by, picked up front. Puck is still loose in front of the blue paint. And Wallner tried to get on it. Vachon was not in, I think the goaltender was nowhere near it, folks, unless the net is off. The referee blew that one. Puck was right in front of the blue paint. And the goaltender, McDonough, was slid back by the goal line. Puck was out in front of the crease, with Vachon in front of it. An unfortunate turn of events for the Sabres. Let's see if they can capitalize here. Wallner on your draw to Jaboskova to Spitzel and Nemke. Nemke back to JJ. JJ left side fires a shot. Glove saved by McDonough. No rebound given. 51 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play. Jaboskova on the half wall. Clifford in the slot. Wallner on your draw against Couch. Coming in is going to be JJ. Wins it over to Heitzel. Heitzel to Nemke, right side, Nemke. Back at the Heitzel, Sabres set it up. Heitzel working it in. Jaboskova trades places. Back out to JJ at the point. JJ comes over, fires one low, tipped by Wallner, rebound into Wallner's jerseys. Knocked down by McDowell, picked up by Turcotte. Poke check by Jaboskova. 2-on-1 in front of Heitzel. Head of the net is McDowell. Turcotte going to fire over the net and out of play it goes. And we're going to get a whistle at 10:07. To go here in period number 2. 22 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play. Face-off going to go to the left wing circle to the right of Monk. Your lineup out there now will be Kate Watson going to take your draw. Monaco and Graby in the slot. DeBus heads over to the half wall, and Vasily down in the I formation behind Watson. Take that, Graby now switching spots. DeBus heads to the hash marks. Face off, one to Vasily. Vasily trying to get over to Graby off the skates of Turcotte. Picked up here by Vasily to Monaco. Monaco going to carry it in left wing zone entry in front of Vachon. Dropping it off for Graby, left wing hash marks, and the Sabres swinging out to Vasily, setting things up. Over to DeBus. DeBus, right side. Over to Graby. Graby, top of the left circle. Back to Vasily. 4 seconds ago. Vasily fires one wide left off the inboards here to the near side. Vachon chips it out to left wing hash marks, and we are even strength, folks. Vasily over to DeBus. DeBus, top of the right circle, sends one in the corner for Monaco. Monaco tip one towards Watson, but it's broken up by Delterio on the far side for DeBus. DeBus back to Monaco. Monaco looking for Graby. Try to send one down behind the net for Watson. Watson right post. Picked up by Monaco. Monaco sends one at first shot. Saved by McDonough. Rebound by Watson up in the boards and glass. Left wing corner. Graby coming in. Shovel forward by Vachon. Picked up by Turcotte. Swatted away by Watson. Knocked down by Graby. Coming in is DeBlois. Poked loose in the hands of Monaco. Monaco over to the far side for DeBus. DeBus top right shoulder right side first fired a shot. Shot blocked by Delterio, number 18. Picked up here by Turcotte. Glove down there in front. Watson going to pop it loose into the hands of Graby. Left side fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. Into the left corner for number 18, Delterio. She goes left to right. Watson on the forecheck. Little Gorbatenko flip out the center into the hands of Sergeant Schultz. Schultz slams one back in here to the near side. Vachon picking it up. Flipped over to head of Sanderson. Off the skates of Silliman. Picked up by Giguère. Trying to cross-ice pass off the skates of Levesque into the right wing corner for Schultz. Schultz going to chop at it. Bounces here to the near side. Right wing half wall for Beaumont. Beaumont and Levesque. Levesque goes down, and it's going to be a Sabres penalty. Sergeant Schultz going to go to the box for tripping. At 8:33 to go here in the period. Make that stamp going to the box, I apologize. At 8:33. Thought that was number 12, it was number 15. We are shorthanded. It's a classic packaging PK. Classic packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. In other news, out in Faribault, Minnesota, at the end of one, it's the Sabres 16U girls 1 and the Madison Capitals 0. It's Clifford and Heitzel up front, Karame and Nemke on D. DeBlois fires a shot blocked by Nemke, back in the hands of DeBlois, who sends it out to the point for Vachon. Vachon over to Levesque. Levesque back to DeBlois, right side firing a shot, saved by Monk. Rebound direct in the left wing corner for Levesque. Levesque down low, Karame coming in against Turcotte. Karame couldn't get to it, sent over here to the near side by Beaumont. Beaumont out to DeBlois, back to Beaumont in the corner, met by Madigan Nemke. Right wing hash marks for DeBlois. DeBlois to the point for Vachon, who fires a shot. Redirected, saved by Monk. Back in front of blue paint, saved by Monk. And it's tipped in over the glove or the pads of Monk by Levesque. At 1:15 to go on that classic packaging PK, and 7:49 to go here in the period. The Voltigeur on the power play, scored by number 16 Levesque. And we've got ourselves a tie game. As we make our way back out to center ice. It's Graby, Watson, and Weaver up front. Vasily and DeBus on D. Weaver got McDowell tied up. Sabres get it over to Vasily. Vasily to Watson. Watson versus 2. Poke check by Luptakova. And it's picked up by Giguère, who goes cross ice for McDowell. 2-on-2. Delterio wide right. Giguère heads to the middle. Make it 3-on-2. Graby joining in now. Reversing is going to be DeBus on the far side for Vasily. Vasily headmans it over to Watson. Watson past Johnson. Picked up offside, no call. Picked up by Watson. High slap. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by Luptakova. Backhanded past Watson for Delterio. Slams one out to McDowell. Poke check by McIntosh into the hands of Weaver. Weaver right back inside of Voltigeur zone territory. And it's Luptakova behind the net of McDonough. Breaking it out to the far side for McDowell, off the stick of the Sabres, picked up by Schultz. Schultz going to slam one past Luptakova to Weaver. Weaver up to McGravy. Graby coming in, Watson high to the slot. Great Watson just off her stick, kicked into the right wing corner. Couch coming in, Watson going to hook her up, no call on the hook on Watson. It'd be dragged out by Graby. Graby out to Weaver. Poke check forward by Johnson. Picked up here by the Voltigeurs, Legere Davis in front of McIntosh. Poke check by McIntosh, picked back up by Legere Davis. She hangs on to it. Watson comes in, saved by Monk. Direct in the left wing corner for Weaver. Weaver with 2 on her. Bounces out to Couch, who fires a shot. Glove saved by Monk. And no rebound given at 6:32 to go here in the period. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Voltigeur in the left wing circle to the right of Aaron Monk. Out there for the Sabres. Monaco on your draw. Wallner heads to the half wall, stamping a slot with Karame. Nemke down in the I formation. Monaco on your draw, wins it in the corner for Nemke. Nemke D2D off the inboards to Karame. Karame patient with it, up off the glass to Stamp. Out of the zones for Tannehill. Met by Wallner, intercepted by Monaco at center, and she's unable to corral it, but she knocked it loose off of Legere Davis's stick, who gets it over to Nemke. Nemke to Wallner. Wallner going to get to it. Stamp in tow. Monaco F3. Wallner fires between the legs of Tannehill. Wide right of McDonough. Far side, Legere Davis. Chipped up by Stamp, reversing the ice here to the near side as the Voltigeur. Monaco takes away the breakout pass, and they throw it away down the left wing corner. We're going to get an icing as Nemke goes trucking down to get it. And at 6:02 to go here in period number 2, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face off to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Maroon Marauders. It'll be Heitzel taking the face off against Levesque. Jaboskova, left wing half wall, and Clifford in the slot. Face off won by Levesque, down low for Dalterio, hits Vachon, breaking out, cut off by Jaboskova on the far side against DeBlois. Out to the point, firing forward is going to be the bus. Rebound off the inboards here to the near side for Heitzel. Heitzel, left wing hash breaks, makes a move around. Dalterio comes in, toe drag, fires the back hit shot, saved by McDonough. Rebound by Beaumont, swatted out to the blue line, kept in by Vasily. Vasily to Jaboskova. Hey, Clifford looking for Heitzel. Intercepted by that's going to be Levesque. Cut off there by DeBlois, pushed out of the zone. Puck is loose in neutral zone. Sent forward for DeBlois. DeBlois and Vasily in a foot race. Left wing hash marks. DeBlois gets to it first. 3-on-2 head of the net. Broken up by DeBus. Beaumont first shot. Saved by Monk. No rebound given as she smothers it at 5:24 to go here in the period. Aaron Monk getting it done in the net, folks. Doing a nice job against the Voltigeur. Face off now to the right wing circle to the left of Monk, and the Sabres change things up. It's a wholesale change. In the slot will be Wallander along with McIntosh. Stamp heads to the half wall. Monaco on your draw. Sergeant Schultz down in the I formation. Monaco against Levesque. Face off won by Levesque. Out towards Dalterio. Muscled off the puck by Stamp. Pushed out of the zone. Picked up by Monaco. Monaco and Wallander coming in. 2-on-3. Stamp joins it. 3-on-3. Monaco comes in. Fires one low. Just looking for Stamp on the rebound. Just missing McDonough. Picked up by Schultz. Schultz back in the corner. Wraps it around. Right wing corner for Wallander. Wallander hangs onto it. Dragging it up the strong side. Out to the point for McIntosh. McIntosh sends one off the inboards in the left wing corner for Monaco. Monaco back to Wallander. Wallander right post coming around here to the near side. Poke check by Dalterio. Slaps one out to the far side. McIntosh traking it out to the Sabre line, or the Voltigeur line, and McIntosh fires one into the benches over the head of Jaboskova, and out of the benches. JJ gonna go get it. Throws it out into the field of play. Then the Sabres go from the line change. Face-off will be just outside the zone, right in front of the Sabre benches. Sanderstrom on your draw, flanked by Silliman and Hale right and left. Karame and Nemke on D with Karame right in front of us. Sanderstrom. Face-off won by Giguère. Into the left wing corner here for Luke Dakova. Knocked down by Hale as she sealed up the wall. Trying to drag it forward is going to be Turcotte. Turcotte just upended Sanderstrom, backing up as Silliman. Madrid don't look too happy right now, folks. See a little fire in her eyes there. Picked up here by Giguère. Going down is Silliman. No call on the interference on McDowell. Poke check loose by Nemke. Nemke comes around here to the left wing corner. Cuts back. Giguère on the forecheck. Swings it over here to Karame. Karame, right corner. Chips one up towards Silliman. Or Hale. Hale cuts back. Top of the right field. Clutch it. Back right wing half wall now. Down low, Giguère going to go against Karame. Karame battles it out. Wins the battle up off the glass. Over the glove of Luke Dakova. It's going to be Silliman and Sanderstrom on the forecheck. All the way down left wing side. We're going to get an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 4:19 to go here in the period. Headed out there now for the Sabres. Weaver, Watson, Graby up front. Vasily and DeBus on D with DeBus in the slot. Watson on your draw. Graby heads over to the half wall. Weaver in the slot with DeBus. Vasily down in the right wing corner. Watson on your face-off against Levesque. Levesque just owning the face-off circle today. Left wing side, Vachon comes in, fires a shot, saved by Monk. No rebound given at 3:54 to go here in the period. Once again to the left wing circle, to the right of Monk's blocker. Weaver in the slot with Graby. Now Graby swings over to the half wall. Watson versus Levesque once again. Face-off won by Levesque, but it's going to be Weaver who goes step onside Vachon. Vachon chops it right back in. Kick offsides will be the call as it hit Levesque's skates. And she was on the other side of the blue line. Face-off will go to center at 3:47. Watson on your face-off. Graby left winging it, Weaver right. Vasily and DeBus on D. Watson versus Levesque. Levesque wins that one back to Vachon. Vachon goes far side, up to DeBlois. Cut off by DeBus. Slammed forward by the Sabres. Back in the hands of Watson. Try to push one up. Picked off by Levesque. High slot. Back there looking for the play to DeBlois. Intercepted by the Sabres. Watson going to push one out to Weaver. Tip forward. Cut off by Vachon. Back to Watson. Watson going to muscle one inside the zone. But it's going to be Daltero. Gets to it first and slammed out a neutral ice for Vasily. Vasily with 3 on her. Right in front. Watson. Good play there. Levesque picks it up and she get a good stick check there. It was going to be an odd man rush the other way. It'll be Vasily down behind the net of Monk. And the Voltigeur get a line change in, but it's out to Graby. Graby going to corral it here against Rado. Rado going to get the better of the exchange. Graby going down. She toe picks. Top of the left circle. Rado picks it up. Out past Couch. Puck's going to slide all the way down. It's going to be Vasily going to get it. And we'll get an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. Sabres go for the line change. Clifford and Jaboskova flanking Heitzel right and left. McIntosh and Schultz right to left on D. Heitzel on your draw to JJ. JJ to Schultz. Schultz into the corner for Cece. Cece in the middle looking for Jaboskova. Fires a one-timer. And that's a Sabres goal! Tic-tac-toe! It doesn't get any better than that, folks. That's going to be Schultz to Clifford. Clifford to JJ. And burying it at 2:52 here in period number 2. JJ from Cliff Dog and Sergeant Schultz to give the Sabres a 2-1 lead. As we make our way back out to center ice. Your lineup stays the same. Giguère won the faceoff, but it's into the hands of Sergeant Schultz, who rips one left to right behind McDonough, and collected by the Voltigeur in right wing corner. Johnson drops it over to Luptakova, cut off by Jaboskova. Far side, picked up by McDowell, off the stick of Heitzel. Karame collects it at center, throws it right back the other way, keeping the Voltigeur under pressure. Jaboskova comes in, popped it off of Johnson's stick. Johnson knocked it out to Clifford, and back the other way. The Voltigeur throw it out in the hands of Heitzel. Punch forward, and the Sabres going to have to touch back up. Jaboskova gets back on side. Loptakova, it picked her puck. It's going to be Jaboskova. Clifford over to Heitzel now, walking it into the left wing side. Rika going to work. Curls back around, a little Savard spinorama in the left wing corner for Clifford. Lift dog to Crowley. Fires a one-timer off the jersey of Turcotte, and out of play it goes at 2:08 here in period number 2. Face off to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Sabres. Your lineup out there now is going to be Wallner and Stamp. Right and left, Monaco on your draw. Karame and Nemke on D. Monaco versus Levesque. Monaco wins the draw to Karame. Karame to Nemke, right point. Karame chip one forward over to stick of Beaumont, collected by Wallner. Wallner going to send one behind the net looking for Stamp. Daltero gets to it. Stamp with a good stick check. Puck comes over to Monaco, right corner. Monaco coming in back to Stamp. Stamp to the corner. Cut off there by DeBlois. Stamp going to come away with a loose change. Pick their pocket as Vachon, and going to be Stamp's going to go to the box. See what the call is here is high sticking, I believe, as he called it. Stamp heads to the sin bin here at 1:46 to go here. Nope, called it a hook. Sorry, folks. Stamp heads to the sin bin at $1:45 for a second penalty of the period. Hooking will be the call, and the Sabres are going to be shorthanded. This penalty kill brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, the official coffee of the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres parents. Your penalty killers now are going to be Monaco and Watson up front. And it's going to be Karame and DeBus on D. Vachon from the point. Far side over to Watson. Here to the near side. Back to the point for Vachon. Down in the left wing corner. Comes back across. Monaco tied up DeBlois. Looking for the backdoor play. Beaumont. Beaumont put into the wall by DeBus. Monaco comes around. DeBlois cuts back behind the net. DeBus breaks up the play behind the net. Grabbed by Turcotte. Sends it over to Daltero. Out to the point for Vachon. Vachon working it against Watson. Far side for Levesque. Sorry, that's Levesque, folks. Levesque over to Vachon. Back here to the near side, firing one-timer. Saved by Monk. Directed into the left wing corner. Picked up by Turcotte. Karame going to put a hip check into Turcotte. Out to the point it goes for Vachon, and they're going to set things back up. Just under a minute to go here in the period. Watson gets to it. Picked up here by Turcotte. Turcotte over, firing a shot. Saved by Monk. Rebound up, and she smothers it before DeBlois can get a piece of it. as that shot was from the top of the right circle. I don't think DeBlois got all of it, that's for sure. With 50.5 seconds to go on this Dunkin' Donuts PK. I'm sorry, 50.5 seconds to go in a period. 1:04 to go on the Dunkin' Donuts PK. The Sabres go for the line change. It's Clifford and Heatsel up front, McIntosh and Nemke on D, with Cliff Dog and McIntosh in the slot. Nemke gonna rip one around right to left out to the point for Vachon. Pass Clifford, far side. Turcotte sends one into the corner for Levesque. Firing across, saved by Monk! Rebound here to the near side, picked up here by the Heatsel. And the Hungarian Horntail fires one down. McDonough plays it for Vachon, left wing faceoff dot inside their own zone. The Voltigeur going to work. Dropping it off for Levesque. Levesque reversing right to left here to the near side, met by Clifford. Far side hits Vachon, now towards Heatsel inside the Sabre territory. Vachon, left wing corner, cuts back around Nemke, top of the left circle, looking to set things up. Heatsel forces Vachon up the strong side, back to Levesque. Now they bring it back to the point. Walking the line is going to be Vachon, out to Heatsel. Toe drag, left wing side, Levesque fires a shot. Saved by Monk! Rebound out front. Cleared forward, kept in by Levesque as Nemke tried to fire one. Saved by Monk. Fired out of the zone by McIntosh, but that sound is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it's the Sabres 2 and the Voltigeur 1 as we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it ain't worth drinking. In other action, out in Faribault, it's the 16U girls Sabres 3 and the Madcaps 1 with 8:34 to go in their second period. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here at the Capitals Iceplex in Washington, D.C. And we are on a Dunkin' Donuts PK. 9 seconds to go on that Dunkin' Donuts PK. 17 minutes are on the clock to get this third period underway, and the Sabres are working from left to right if you're listening on the radio, and we are even strength. In the corner for Clifford. Out to the top of her circle, comes out Stamp as she exited the box, fired forward by the Voltigeur. Here to the left wing curve circle, blocked by Nemke as the shot by Luptakova tried to make its way to the net. And it's going to be picked up here by McDowell, punched forward by Turcotte into the inboards for Nemke, who slams one over to Stamp far side. Right wing hash marks, cross ice pass to Clifford. CC walking it in against Vachon. Left wing corner, CC lost off her stick, but it's picked up here by Jaboskova, who fires a shot, saved by McDonough, swatted away by Luptakova. Jaboskova comes in, chopped it free off the stick of McDowell, and going to be Turcotte going to fire one in the left wing corner by the Zamdors. McIntosh comes over here to the near side, stretch pass, intercepted by Daltero, thrown right into Sergeant Schultz, chipped it past Beaumont. Beaumont tries the reverse hit on Schultz, no go. High point for DeBlois, who fires a shot, saved by Monk, no rebound given. And we'll get a whistle at 15:55 to go here in the period. Face-off goes to the right wing circle to the left of Monk. Your lineup out there now will be Monaco on your draw. McIntosh and Wallner in the slot. Stamp on a half wall. Schultz in the corner. Face-off one for Levesque. Beaumont unable to corral it and get the shot off. Shot blocked by McIntosh. Shot blocked by Schultz. Back in the right wing corner. Monaco going to pick the pocket of Levesque. She goes down. No call on the hook. Monaco one hands with a Stamp at the zone and collecting out of the neutral zone for Beaumont left side against McIntosh. McIntosh going to take her down to the corner, tries to run her off. She does. Monaco's got Levesque pinned in. Monaco tried to grab it. It's picked up by Schultz. Pile up on the interstate down behind the net. Stamp going to slam one out to Wallner. Puck's in a spinning dime into the left wing corner. No icing. Going to be Sergeant Schultz or Wallner against Vachon. Vachon, one hands, one forward. Picked up here in the front. Stamp fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. Tries to fire with a Monaco. Backhanded by Wallner. Over the corner of crossbar. DeBlois coming in. Monaco forced him to throw it up the boards to DeBus. DeBus, top of the right circle. Fires a shot through traffic. Blocked by Levesque. Back to Stamp. Stamp right corner. Out to the point for Wallner. Wallner makes a move around DeBlois. Popped it loose. Top of the right circle. Thrown past DeBus. Beaumont fires one down, and that will be an icing. And at 14:58 to go here in period number 3, we're going to bring that one all the way back. And the Sabres go for the line change. It'll be Silliman, Satterstrom, and Hale up front. DeBus and Vasily on D from right to left. Hale makes her way to the slot. Dalterio on the draw against Sanderson. Puck heads toward McDonough. And Silliman came in for the second look opportunity there. McDonough smothered it before Silly can get on it. And Satterstrom on your draw against Dalterio. And we're going to get a defensive change. Nemke and Karame. A late defensive change. The referee blew the whistle like, hey buddy, how about yelling at his partner? How about you tell me? Silliman on the half wall. Satterstrom on your draw against number 28, Dalterio. Rado coming in, sent behind the net. Tannehill going to get to it first. DDD pass to Rado, breaking one over to Couch, who's going to fire one out. And it'll be Leger Davis against Karame. Top of the right circle, Nemke gets back on it, fires one shot, blocked by Karame in the right wing corner. Pop loose towards the goal line. In back behind the net for Dalterio, cut off there by Karame. Holding on to the stick was going to beat Dalterio. Good defensive play there by Dalterio, forcing Karame, or not allowing Karame to get a stick on it, even though it's holding on the stick. It was a nice play. Nemke sends it over to Karame. Karame kind of one behind the net she goes. Thought she was in a one-hand one to Hale. She goes DDD to Nemke. Nemke here to Satterstrom. And out of the zone it goes for Dalterio, dropping it back to Johnson. Hale on the forecheck now. They go D to D for Tannehill, looking for the cross-ice pass. Knocked down by Silly at center. Good hand-eye coordination by Silliman. Chip towards the net of McDonough. Here comes Watson on the forecheck. Tannehill hits the brakes. Hale coming in. Sent over here to the strong side, right wing hash marks. Pushed forward by number 24, McDowell. Vasily got to come trucking in. Nice play by Ads. Headman's over to the bus. The bus up to Weaver. Weaver coming in. Johnson gets the position as the puck slid over. Now it's sent over behind the net for Luke Takova. Cut off by Watson. Over the stick of Vasily, and it's going to be McDowell on a break against the bus. Right circle, first shot. Saved by Monk. Rebound behind the net. McDowell goes down. Cut off by DeBus behind the net. DeBus going to grab it over here to the near side. Left wing corner. Hits Weaver. Weaver right along the hash marks. Going to hit Graby. Graby at center now. Pushing it through the neutral zone. Past Johnson. Right wing corner. Comes down behind Luke Takova behind the net, right to left. Hanging on to it is Graby. Graby for Schultz as they cycle it. Sent behind the net for Watson. Weaver posting up in front of the blue paint. Nobody on her now. Coming in is going to be Johnson. Back to Graby. Graby tries to fire one towards it, blocked by Giguere. Luke Takova sends one to the point. Turcotte makes a move around Vasily. It's 2-on-1 in front of McIntosh. Turcotte, top of the wrist goal, off the stick of McIntosh towards Monk. Knocked down by Watson. Watson looking for Graby. Blocked by Giguere. Puck is loose in the slot for Schultz. Taken down is going to be 3. Puck is finally smothered by Monk as there was a pileup of Sabres right in front of Monk with 3 white jerseys. Is what I saw. 2 of them on the ice, 1 of them on a knee, and Monk comes flying in to jump on top of that puck at 12:47 to go here in the period. Coach Murray goes for the line change. Clifford and Jaboskova in the slot. Karame down in the I formation behind Heitzel. Levesque wins the draw. Nemke on the half wall. Beaumont, left point, fires a shot. Shot blocked by Heitzel. Kicked out Jaboskova. Got Clifford breaking over just under the stick of Clifford for the icing. Jaboskova tried to hit Claren, just missing on another breakaway for the Sabres. At 12:38, we've got ourselves an icing, and we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face off to the right wing circle to the left of Monk. Heitzel going to take your draw. Jaboskova and Clifford in the slot. Nemke down in the I formation. Karame on the half wall. Face off for Heitzel. Coming in is Levesque. Levesque going to fire wide left of Monk. Rebound in the left wing corner by the Zambors for Nemke. Nemke out to Clifford. Broken up by Vachon, but maybe Clifford up to JJ now. Jaboskova coming in with Clifford. 2-on-1. JJ fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. Rebound for Jaboskova. Left wing corner. Out to Heitzel. Heitzel fires one. Shot blocked by Levesque. Here comes Dalterio, number 18. In front of Nemke. Goes cross-ice, missing Beaumont. Far side, Beaumont on DeBlois on the forecheck against Karame. And we're going to get an icing. What? What's the call, folks? Oh, goaltender lost the equipment, so we got a whistle on the equipment. And I don't know if the faceoff goes down in the corner or if the faceoff goes out the center on this one. Typically, as in years past, the rule would have been whenever the whistle was blown, that's where the faceoff would go. But now I believe the rule has changed that it should be at center. They're going to take it out of the zone. I actually don't know the rule on when it's a goaltender equipment issue. We're going to take a brief break on the mic here, folks, because they're talking over with Coach Murray. Welcome back, folks. Face off just outside their own right in front of the Sabre benches. Levesque out to Vachon. Thrown in, glove down by DeBus. DeBus over to Vasily. Vasily bounces one out to Heitzel. 3-on-2 with a back checker into Bloyd. JJ walking it in, top of field, drops off for Clifford. Cut off by Levesque. Pinching in is Vasily. Picked up by Jaboskova. Dropped it off left wing, face off dot. Coming in is going to be Clifford now. Sends one over to Jaboskova, bottom left circle. Jaboskova trying to get it to Heitzel. Intercepted there by Levesque. Jaboskova on the back check there. Levesque going to fire one out to Beaumont. She lost off her stick, slashed at it, but picked up by DeBus. DeBus going to muscle one in towards Dalterio. I'm sorry, that's Levesque. I thought there was a 18. Vachon sends one behind the net left wing corner. Levesque going to go to work. Cross-ice pass past Heitzel. Off the stick of DeBlois. And it'll be picked up by DeBus. DeBus stretching it out, intercepted by Vachon, picked up by Heitzel. Heitzel at center, tried to get it over to Clifford, intercepted by Vachon as the Valtejur coming back in against the Sabres. Cut off by Stamp, broken up by Heitzel. She's going to drag one forward against Couch, pushes one over to Clifford. Clifford in front of Tannehill, fires one in. Savannah Stamp on a forecheck. Here comes Sophia Monaco. Rado in the right wing corner now, trying to break it out to Couch. Puck loose by the Sabres, picked up by Wallner. Wallner, top of the right circle, makes a move around Couch. Comes back over, fires a shot. And Stamp looking for the rebound. There is McDonough makes the save at 10:57. I thought Stamp was going to get a piece of that tip. And McDonough dropped it out in front. Sabres unable to get a second look on it. It'll be Monaco on your draw against Dalterio. Monaco won the faceoff, but it's over to Rado here behind the net. End board play to Tannehill, left wing corner. Monaco coming in against Leger Davis. Off Leger Davis' stick. Schultz fires one towards McDonough. Saved by McDonough in the left wing corner for Rado. Monaco on a forecheck. Breaks at the breakout play against Leger Davis, but she collects the puck. Poke check loose in front of Dalterio. Dalterio 2-on-2 against Couch. And here to the near side for McIntosh. McIntosh to Wallner. Wallner pulls it back. Left wing circle inside her own zone. Gorbateko flip over to Satterstrom. Puck's going to slide in the left wing corner. Satterstrom on the forecheck. Coming in is going to be Johnson. Sent over here to Tannehill. Monaco on the forecheck. They go D to D, reversing the ice. Silliman coming on now. Out, Turcotte throws it away into the hands of Karami. He's going to fire one right back into the right wing corner. No icing. Into the right wing corner. Here comes Satterstrom and Silliman on the forecheck. Nemke at the right point. Watson coming in at the high slot. Kept in by Nemke. Back over to Statterstrom. Statterstrom fires a shot. Shot blocked by Johnson. Back in the hands of the Voltigeur Giguère. Giguère blowing a tire as Nemke. She gets back up. Watson comes in. Broken up by Karami. Puck heads in the right wing corner. McDowell on the forecheck. Karami pinned in. Here comes Watson against Giguère. Throws it up the far side for Sanderstrom. Sanderstrom unable to muscle it out of the zone. Loop the Cola. Over to Giguère. Poke check by Silliman. Giguère hangs on to it. Over to Johnson. Johnson fires a shot. Shot blocked by Nemke. Right in front. Poke checked him. Puck slides over to the far side for Turcotte. Behind 43 to go here in the period. Luke DeCola fires a shot. Saved by Monk. No rebound given as McDowell looking for the second look on Monk at 9:38 to go here in the period. And the Sabres go for the line change. Your lineup now, Jaboskova, Heitzel and Clifford up front. DeBus and Vasily on D. Levesque against Heitzel. Face off one into the end boards. Coming in is going to be Beaumont up off the dashboard, slides towards the Zamdors, thrown out to Clifford here to the near side. Clifford going to dig it out. She's got Jaboskova far side. Saucer past to JJ. Fanning on the dump in is Jaboskova. Right back up the boards towards Dalterio, intercepted by Heitzel. Heitzel sauces over to Clifford. Just missing wide right on that tap in. Coming out of the zone is going to be the Voltigeur, knocked out of midair by Heitzel. Heitzel to Clifford. Clifford to JJ. JJ fires a shot. Saved by McDonough. She's going to smother. Back behind the net. Daltero comes in. Jaboskova picks up a front for Heitzel. That's a Sabres goal! At 9:07. Let's check the replay, folks. That's Rika on the Devil's door. Saved by McDonough, but she was unable to make the freeze it. That's going to go from Jaboskova to Heitzel, who buries it at 9:07 on the Devil's door. Here in period number 3. And it's 3-1, folks, with 9:07 to go here in the game. Jaboskova, Heitzel and Clifford up front, Schultz and McIntosh on D. Heitzel ties it up, one for Jaboskova. Puck is picked off by Leger Davis, thrown past Sergeant Schultz. It'll be Couch on the forecheck against McIntosh. Puck slides over to left wing corner. Couch with the stick check. McIntosh hanging on to it. Leger Davis coming in. Heitzel picks it out of the boards. Heitzel here to the near side. Bounces it around Rado, but Rado collects it in front of the penalty boxes. Back to Heitzel. Heitzel chips one over to Clifford. 2-on-1. Over to JJ. Offsides is going to be the call. At 8:44 to go here in the period, and a face-off will ensue just outside the zone right in front of us. Back in Faribault, Minnesota at the end of 2. It's the Sabres 3 and the Madcaps 1. It's the ice cut intermission back in Faribault. Your lineup out there now for the Sabres is going to be Stamp, Monaco, and Wallander. Blue liners are going to be Nemke and Karami. Off of Monaco's shin guards over to Stamp. Far side in front of the Sabre benches. Thrown into the hands off the stick of Daltero in the left wing corner. It's going to be Wallander in a foot race against Daltero. Wrapping around V-to-D, Couch, Vauchon sends one past Monaco, off the stick of Monaco, kept in by Nemke, chipped behind net by Wallner. Monaco on the forecheck now. Monaco going to body Daltero off left wing hash marks. Coming in is Wallander. Punch forward to left wing hash marks to Beaumont. Kept knocked down by Karame, back to Stamp. Stamp at the blue line. Punch forward is going to be towards DeBlois. Karame on the back check now. DeBlois fires one wide left of Monk off the end boards towards Levesque. Firing one across. Shot blocked by Karame on the back door. Monaco on the offensive side trying to drag one out. Monaco's got DeBlois pinned in. Punch forward by Nemke. Nemke to Stamp. Picked up here by Levesque. Fires one forward. Shot blocked by Karame looking for Beaumont. Here to the near side. Karame in a battle. Levesque fires one forward. Saved by Monk. Puck is loose in front of the blue paint. Swatted away by the Sabres. Karame coming in. Over to Monaco. Far side unable to collect it. Monaco comes in. Levesque pushes one back in the corner. DeBlois right side. Fires one across to Vachon. Bouncing puck. Top of the left circle. And the Sabres need a line change. Vachon corralling. High right circle, makes a move towards the far side. Stamp, Wallner still chipping, firing a shot in front of the blue paint, sliding out here to the near side for Luptakova. Luptakova goes far side to DeBlois against Wallner. Chipped into the right wing corner, Karame coming down low. Karame pinned in. Here comes Monaco. Beaumont sends it up the boards to Wallner. Wallner unable to clear, puck's going to slide out. No offsides, back to Monaco. Monaco going to fire one right into the jersey of Luptakova. Back to Monaco, bouncing out to the blue line. Pushed forward by Wallner, kept in by the Voltigeur. Finally thrown out by Wallner. That puck's going to slide towards McDonough. And we'll get ourselves an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 7:01 to go here in period number 3. Face off to the right wing circle. To the left of Monk. Your lineup out there now is going to be Watson, Graby, and Weaver. DeBus and Vasily on D. Weaver, McGravy, and DeBus in the slot. Face-off is going to be won by the Voltigeur, but back in the corner from Vasily to DeBus. DeBus to Graby. Bouncing puck top of the right circle, kept in by Turcotte, and sent back in the left wing corner for Vasily. Wrapping around to the far side for Graby. Graby in front of the Sabre benches, cut off by Turcotte. Giguère coming in, high stick by Graby, no call. Picked up by Weaver. Weaver muscled off the puck at center. We're going to get Tannehill going to take down Weaver. And the Voltigeur not happy with the call. I'm not sure who's going to the box. Looks like it's going to be Tannehill. Tannehill headed to Simbin at 6:40. Holding will be the call. Resulting in a Sabres power play. This power play brought to you by Jay's Beef in Harwood Heights on Montrose and Narragansett. Jay's Beef. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Stop in and see Jay, Johnny, Frankie, the Fortuna brothers. Tell them I said hi, folks. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Heitzel, along with Nemke and Jaboskova up front. Clifford and Wallner are the two headed to the front of the net. Jaboskova, zone entry left side, sends it over to Heitzel at the point. Heitzel and Nemke right side. Empty back to Heitzel. Wallner heads to the net along with Clifford left post. Heitzel high slot. Over to Nemke, right side, down low for Wallner. Wallner curling back up right face-off dot, goes cross ice for JJ. JJ back to Heitzel. Clifford the lone player in front of the net. Wallner just fanning on a one-timer to Nemke. Nemke curls, fires a shot, blocker saver to the slot. Back for JJ in a high point. Firing a shot, shot blocked by Beaumont. Back to Nemke here to the near side. 1:17 to go on that Jays Beef power play. Nemke back over to JJ. JJ fires a shot. Rebound out front for Clifford. Clifford was tied up there. Vachon gonna throw one, clear it all the way down. Off the boards in front of the Sabre benches. Heitzel going to get it, and then the Volt de Jour hit the line change in. Heitzel behind the net of Monk. Forcing Turcotte to come up the ice. It's going to be 4-on-2 the other way as they get back on side. Heitzel coming in right side, curling around, looking to set up shot. Monaco breaking in towards the net. Heitzel controlling left point. Over to Jaboskova. DeBus right point. Jaboskova setting things up. Monaco in front of that. Over here to the near side for DeBus. DeBus fires a shot. Shot blocked by Johnson. Here to the near side. Coming in is Monaco. DeBus coming in. Picks up the loose change. In front of that's Watson. DeBus left corner out to the point for Karame. Karame walking it over to the high point. Over to DeBus. DeBus out to Graby. Off of Graby's stick it goes. That's a trip, folks. No call on that one. Turcotte sends one out of the zone. Karame to Watson. Watson walking in. Monaco heads to the net. Makes a move around Johnson. Watson going to work. 8 seconds. He'll try to stuff one in. Is Monaco right in front of the blue paint. And McDonough makes the save with 4 seconds to go on that Jays Beef power play. 4:43 to go here in period number 3. Face off to the left wing circle. Monaco on your draw. Graby on the half wall. Watson in the slot. Face off one towards the net. Picked up here by Dalterio, and we are even strength, folks. Puck cut off by Monaco, but it's into the hands of Levesque, who sends one cross ice for Dalterio. And Watson on the back check. Forsman chipping behind the net. DeBus coming in left wing side. Levesque towards the Zamdors. Down towards Monaco and DeBlois. Monaco battling it out. Pushing it up towards Watson. Punch forward by DeBus. Out Watson chips it out. Kept in by Vachon. Left point. Firing a shot. Tipped up in the air over the net and the glass behind the boards of Monk. Levesque comes in. Chopped up. Picked up Karame. Karame steps on his stick. Coming in is Watson. Puck slides over to the far side. Watson. Poke check by Dalterio. Coming in is going to be Karame. Thrown out to the point. Kept in by Dalterio, met by Graby. Left wing corner comes over here to the near side for DeBus. DeBus tried to send one to Monaco, broken up by Levesque. DeBlois comes in, pops it loose in front of the Zamdors. DeBus sends it back in the right wing corner. Graby come checking, crashing in or trucking all the way in, taken down by Beaumont. Right on the right wing half wall, Levesque and Beaumont battling it with Graby. Out towards Watson, right point for Dalterio. Fires a shot, knocked down by Beaumont, saved by Monk. Beaumont in the right wing corner now. Bottom right circle, fires a shot, saved by Monk. DeBlois goes down, picks up by Watson. Watson got a sauce one over to Graby. At the blue line, kept in by Dalterio. Back in the zone. Picked up here by Levesque. Out to the point. Beaumont. Monaco popped it free. Back out to Vachon. Vachon first shot blocked by Monaco. Behind the net. Picked up here by Levesque. Levesque tries to Vachon. Shot blocked by Karame. Here to the near side for DeBus. DeBus going to slam one out of the zone. All the way towards McDonough. The puck's on edge. Rolling all the way in the left wing corner. And we've got ourselves an icing. We're going to bring that one all the way back. 3:10 to go here in the period. Face off in the left wing circle to the right of Monk's blocker. It's going to be Heitzel taking your draw. CC and JJ in the slot. McIntosh in the half wall. Sergeant Schultz in the I formation. Heitzel versus Jaguar. Face off won by Jaguar to McDowell. McDowell pinned in by McIntosh out to the point for Jaguar, firing a shot. Shot blocked by Clifford. Saved by Monk as a knuckle puck end over end all the way into the chest of number 35 at 3:01. We'll get a whistle and another right wing, left wing circle faceoff to the right of Monk. Clifford heads to the half wall. Jaboskova and McIntosh in the slot. Schultz in the I formation. McDowell out to the point for Tannehill. Fires one low. Stick saved by Monk. Directed into the glass. It must have hit the netting, folks. I didn't think it did, but it must have got the netting at 2:55 and a right wing circle draw now coming up for the Volt de Jour in their offensive zone to the left of Monk's glove. Heitzel going to stay out there taking your face off. McIntosh and CC in the slot. Jaboskova makes her way over to the slot and Schultz now to the half wall. Levesque against Heitzel. Rika, face off one to Schultz. One handed over to McIntosh here to the near side. Turcotte on the forecheck. Clifford trying to push one to Heitzel. Gets one to Rika. Rika over here to JJ. JJ walking in 2-on-1 against Beaumont. JJ comes in, comes back around, right to left. Sorry, pass for Heitzel. Saved by McDonough. No rebound given. Beaumont comes in. And Rika not liking there, getting pushed well after the whistle as she was standing there not making any attempts on McDonough, but the Voltigeur not having any of it. Face off to the left wing circle at 2:37. Heitzel on your draw. Clifford in the slot. JJ on the half wall. Nemke and Vasily on D. Levesque face off to Clifford. Back to Heitzel. Left wing corner. Heitzel going to work. Chips one up the boards to Clifford. Out to the point for Vasily. Fires the one-timer. Saved by McDonough. No rebound given. And Jaboskova having words with Vachon now. Voltigeur giving it right back. Heitzel on your draw against Levesque. Coming in the left wing corner. Here comes Jaboskova, left wing side. Jaboskova going to pick it up, sends one over here to the near side. Nemke against the blind. Nemke going to send one back behind the inboards for Jaboskova. Jaboskova try to spin around the clasp in front of blue paint. Sliding over to Turcotte. Poke check loose by Heitzel. Grabbed by Clifford. Clifford trying to muscle one in, top of the right circle. Finally kicked out of the zone by Levesque. Levesque over to Turcotte in front of Vasily. Vasily going to take her into the right corner now. Hits the brakes. They pull the goaltender. The boy coming in, bodied off by Jaboskova. Out of the zone it goes. No icing. It's waved off. It'll be Vachon down in the left wing corner with under 2 minutes to go. It's 6-on-5. It's going to be Silliman over here to the near side. Levesque gets it, carries it in far side against Turcotte. Here comes Stamp. Stamp ties it up. Heitzel comes in. Poke check by Karame to Stamp. Stamp chips one over to Heitzel. Heitzel across the blue line in front of Vachon. Comes in, toe drag, fires a shot. Shot blocked by Vachon. Back to Heitzel. Sabres controlling. It's going to be Rika with 1:35 to go. She's going to carry it out of the zone. Heitzel comes all the way back to Sabre territory. Comes back around. She's got McDowell out of Jaguar. Picks the pocket on the breakout pass. DeBus coming in. Saved by... We're going to get a penalty on the Sabres. As Jaguar was taken down in front of the net. Tripping will be the call. Not sure which Sabre heads in the sin bin here with a $1.21. Looks like it's going to be DeBus. On the trip, it'll be 6-on-4. Here is DeBus heads of the sin bin with 1:21 to go, and it looks like the Voltigeur are going to take their timeout. This timeout brought to you by Villaggio's Italian Ristorante in Roselle, Illinois. Villaggio's voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Roselle by me and Rocky. Stop in and see Berto, Edgar, Hugo, Brenda. Tell them I said hi, folks. Enjoy the timeout. Welcome back, folks. It's the Timmy Hortons PK. Tim Hortons. There's always time for Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the official Canadian coffee of the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres. Parents, your penalty killers out there now are going to be Monaco and Stamp up front, Karame and McIntosh on D. Monaco wins the draw against Levesque. Tied up is going to be Beaumont. DeBoy fires a shot, saved by Monk. No rebound given. With a $1:17 to go in the game. 1:56 to go on that Timmy Hortons PK. Monaco on your draw against Levesque once again. Monaco tied up by Levesque. Beaumont out to the point for Turcotte. Firing a shot. Saved by Monk. Directed to the right wing corner for Stamp. Levesque sends one to the point for Turcotte. Turcotte over to Vachon. Monaco and Stamp creating the box to the top half. Vachon sends it over here to the near side, met by Karame. Back over towards Vachon. Firing a shot. Directed off the right post. Picked up here by Jaguar. Knocked loose by Karame. Poke checked here by Levesque. Coming in is Monaco. Monaco in front of the Zamdors, gets body position on it. She's hanging on to it, folks, with 47 seconds to go. Monaco hanging on to it. 3 Voltigeur on it to the right point for left point for Vachon. Vachon DeBlois, back to Vachon. Looks to fire. Saved by Monk. Rebound here to the near side for Turcotte. Broken up by Monaco. Puck's going to slide out to DeBlois. Over to the far side, Vachon against Stamp. Shot blocked by Stamp. Left wing corner in the Zamdors. Here comes Levesque. Setting back up, 28 seconds to go. Vachon controlling at the point, met by Monaco. Levesque comes in, Vachon fires one. Tipped up front, saved by Monk. Rebound in front of Lupe, swatted away by Stamp. Voltigeur, someone towards the net. We're going to get a whistle. And it's smothered up by Monk. No rebound given. Vachon thought one went in. She had her hands raised in the air. And we'll get a whistle and an offensive zone faceoff for the Voltigeur at 18.7 seconds to go. And Coach Murray goes to the line change. It's going to be Watson and Cece up front with Vasily and Nemke on D. And the referee and Vachon having words, and she wants to know something. I'm not sure what. It'll be Watson on your draw against Levesque. Face-off 1 to Vachon. Vachon comes in, fires a shot. Saved by Monk. Rebound. Saved by Monk. And she smothers it at 12.8 seconds to go. And the Voltigeur can't believe it, folks, as Monk made 2 saves in a row to keep this a 3-1 game. Monk, she's going to work on her gear here, folks. Not sure what happened. One of her straps must have come loose. It'll be Heitzel on your draw now as she made way for Watson. Levesque against Heitzel. Heitzel tied it up, picked up by Beaumont to the backhand, fires a shot, saved by Monk, rebound, swatted away by Heitzel. Heitzel to Clifford, chipped the puck, is going to slide out of the mid zone for Vachon. Vachon going to collect it at center with 4 seconds to go. Offside should be the call, no call. Into the corner for Vachon, and we're going to get a whistle. That sound is the end of the game. Your final score here at MedStar Capitals Iceplex. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 19U squad 3 and the College Bourget Voltigeur 1 as we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies recap. For College Bourget Voltigeur, the penalties are on number 18 Daltario hooking at 1:10 in the first, DeBlois high sticking at 11:45 in the second, and Tannehill holding in the third at 6:40. The lone goal scored by Levesque on the power play at 7:49 at period number 2. For your victorious Shattuck St. Mary Sabres, penalties on Savannah Stamp. She had a pair. Tripping in the second at 8:33 and hooking in the second at $1:45. Eloise DeBus headed to sin bin in the third at 1:21. Your goals scored by Claire Clifford, assisted by Rika Heitzel at 10:48 in the first. Your game winner scored by Julia Jabalskova, assisted by Claire Clifford and Sergeant Schultz at 2:52 in period number 2. And rounding out the icing on the cake, Rika Heitzel, assisted by Julia Jabalskova at 9:07 in the third period. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for watching. We will see you this afternoon, I believe around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 19U squad has punched their ticket to the semifinals here in Washington, D.C. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Once again, your final score here from MedStar Iceplex. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 3 and the College Bourget Voltigeur 1. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. And another action, good luck to the Chicago Phantoms down there in Fort Lauderdale in the championship game against the Florida Junior Panthers. Go get them, boys. And in other action up in Faribault, there's about 10 minutes to go as the Sabres 16U squad is leading 3-1 over the Madison Capitals. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, folks. It's going to be a long day.